Good morning to one and all present here. Good morning to one and all present here. Respected CEO ma'am, Principal ma'am, Director sir, Executive Director sir, my teachers and all my beloved friends. Myself Ketan Kumar Mishra. Today we gather here to celebrate Earth Day. Earth Day is celebrated every year on 22nd of April. It is a very important day for us to realize that Earth is not something separate from us, rather it is something which we all are a part of. It was first celebrated in 1970. Since then, many countries have taken the initiative to celebrate it, and today it is being celebrated in more than 190 countries. Yet we see that almost 10 million hectares of forest land is lost every year. Let's imagine a forest. Trees are purifying the air, carbon dioxide is being absorbed by the trees, animals are living in balance until we humans intervene. The same forest starts depleting slowly, gradually. 70 to 80% of the agricultural land all around the world is used for cattle grazing, animal livestock, which all are interconnected and lead to animal husbandry. Yet this 70 to 80% of the land only contributes to 18% world calories intake. That is, 70 to 80% of land only contributes to 18% of the world calorie intake. Such a large enormous area of land, but it is being used inefficiently. A living example of this is Amazon rainforest, a very renowned rainforest. 77% of deforested land of Amazon rainforest is used for cattle grazing, or either to grow crops such as soy, which is again for animals and not humans. Forests are depleting. Climate change is a very, very big threat for all of us. Why? Because we don't see like a direct impact, because it is not a spontaneous process. Rather, it is a slow poison which is killing us year by year. Scientists throughout the world have warned us that if the global temperature rise beyond a certain limit, the changes could be very difficult to reverse. And with our lifestyle, with the choices we make, we are slowly getting closer to that limit instead of getting far from it. Let me sum up all of this into a link reaction. We want more non-animal friendly diet. We want more animal resources. Thus, to grow that animal and to feed that animal, more land is required. And for that, more trees have to be cut. This is the leading cause of deforestation. And this is the one of the major factors contributing the global warming and greenhouse gas emissions. As when livestock farmings happen on a large scale, it contributes up to 14 to 15% of greenhouse gas emissions. Well, this sounds like a very huge problem. So someone has to take responsibility for this. Well, whom are we going to blame? Let's ask the government, institutes, organizations. Well, we can point fingers, but better we leave it. Why? Because in our capitalist society, if we are going to raise questions, we are not going to end up with an answer. Rather, we are going to end up with more questions. That being said, so what is a better question? What is a better solution for all of this? A better question might be just asking yourself. It is quite a question, yet the most fundamental, significant and impactful one. How am I connected to all of this? Because when we understand that how am I connected to all of this, we understand the pattern. Because let's stop asking the world, are you to blame, are you to blame? Let's start asking ourselves, how am I responsible? Let's ask this question for the sake of Mother Earth. Let's ask this question for the sake of generations to come. Let's start asking this question for the resources we have been depleting. At end, I want to conclude my speech with a quote by Father of the Nation, Mahatma Gandhi. Man has enough for its need, but not enough for its greed. Thank you.
Good morning, respected Principal Ma'am, CAO Ma'am, teachers, and all my peers. I'm Naomi Adel Prasad, and I'm here today to present my self-composed poem, Our Hands on the Wheel. I stood where the smokestacks were piercing the gaze, watching the world in a charcoal gray daze. Mother Earth, I asked of the heat. The earth is melting right under my feet, and we've built up our riches on debt and on fire, while the fever of greed only climbs higher and higher. Is this the development we were promised at birth? A feast for a few and a famine for the earth. She answered with thunder, a crack in the sky, while the ghost of the river went wandering by. My child, she said, your progress is hollow, for there is nothing but dust for your children to swallow. You've plundered every forest and bled every vein. For a moment of profit, you've traded the rain. You call it advancing, to pillage and spend. But how can you grow when you've reached for the end? But Mother Earth, I cried, look at the scars we've made, from the holes in the ozone where the sun burns the shade, to the great Pacific garbage patch, a continent of blight, choking the currents in the dead of the night. And the ice caps are melting, the permafrost screams, while carbon and methane dissolve all our dreams. How can we be so cruel? How can we be so blind to leave such a fiery dead hell behind? She whispered the answer of truth and of hope, of a sustainable future, and she would give us the rope. It's our power, it's our planet, she sang to the youth, the power of students who stand for the truth. You see, the earth, she doesn't wait for a king crown or throne, she waits for the stewards to claim what they own. So no more someday or later or if or perhaps. It's our hands on the wheel before the world snaps. Thank you.
पेड़ों में है जीवन बसा, नदियों में है प्राण, इन्हें बचाना ही होगा, तभी बचेगा इंसान। सुप्रभात आदरणीय प्रधानाचार्य महोदया, शैक्षणिक अधिकारी महोदया, सभी शिक्षकगण एवं मेरे प्यारे सहपाठियों, मैं ज़ेबा सिद्दीकी कक्षा 10वीं ब की छात्रा हूँ और आज पृथ्वी दिवस के अवसर पर मैं आप सभी के सामने एक स्वयं रचित कविता प्रस्तुत करने जा रही हूँ, जो कुछ इस प्रकार है। वक्त आ गया है अब संभल जाने का, सिर्फ सोचने का नहीं, कुछ कर दिखाने का। ये नदियाँ, ये पर्वत, ये नीला आसमान, इनसे ही तो है हमारी शान और पहचान। कल की खुशहाली आज के इरादों में है, सुरक्षित भविष्य हमारी बातों में नहीं, हमारे कामों में है। बंजर होती मिट्टी को फिर से सजाना है, हर आंगन में एक नन्हा पौधा लगाना है। धरती माँ की पुकार सुनो, प्रकृति का तुम रखो ध्यान, पेड़ लगाओ, जल बचाओ, यही है जीवन का सम्मान। हरियाली से धरती सजे, नीला गगन मुस्काए, सतत भविष्य का सपना हम सब मिलकर सच बनाए। धुआं धुआं है हर एक गगन, जहर धुला है अब हर पवन। आज नहीं तो कब जागोगे, कल होगा बस वीरान जीवन। आओ मिलकर शपथ ये ले, प्रकृति से फिर नाता जोड़े, आज ही बदले अपनी राह, तभी तो कल के सपने मोड़े। धन्यवाद।
This is not just a stage, it's the ground that feeds you. Every breath you take tonight is a gift from a mother you are killing. So, this is not just a stage, it's the ground that feeds you. Every breath you take tonight is a gift from a mother you are killing. You have taken everything and offered nothing in return.
I gave you air, pure, fresh, endless. I gave you water, flowing rivers, life itself. I gave you a home, a place to belong. Tell me, what did you give me in return? Oh, come on. We built cities, industries, technologies. We made the world better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, cutting some trees using resources. It's normal, right? That's what progress looks like.
But is it really a progress if we are losing something every day? I mean, we study about planting trees, protecting the earth, but are we actually doing it?
Progress? You call this progress? You cut down my homes to build your streets. You filled the air with smoke and call it success? My family is gone. My family is gone. So where do I go now?
You take and you take and you keep taking a little more and a little more. You take my forests, you take my rivers, you take my air. You take without thinking, without stopping, without asking. And yet you expect me to keep giving like nothing is wrong.
The forests are burning, the oceans are rising, the species are fading, and you humans, you still act like you have a second planet waiting for you in your pockets. The truth is, you don't. This is the only one you have, and you are destroying it.
Maybe we have ignored it for too long.
Maybe we didn't realize that how far we went.
No, we just adopted it. Like, it was okay, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't okay. You chose your comfort over our lives. And now we are all paying for it.
I am not asking for perfection. I am not asking you to undo everything. I am just asking for change.
Then please tell us, what can we do? Is it too late?
No, it's not too late. Plant more than you cut. Save more than you waste. Protect more than you destroy. Because the power has always been with you.
End of this movement. We are the one who needs to make the difference. I'll act, I'll change, and I'll make the difference. Because the future of this planet is in our hands.
Cycle for a better planet.
I am a child of earth.
Child of earth.
Earth gives me
Earth gives me
air,
air,
water,
water,
food, and home.
and home.
On Earth Day
On Earth Day
2026,
2026,
I pledge I will refuse single-use plastic.
single-use plastic.
I will reuse waste like bottles and papers.
Bottles and papers.
I will reduce water and electrical waste. I will remind at least 5 people to save Earth. My small actions have big power. For my planet. For my future. I take this pledge. Thank you.